Hey there. Apparently I don't have any ideas to say about this game. Welcome to Tower Defense Simulator, a pretty generic tower defense game in Roblox. It's basically tower battles, but it's high quality. And then there's the lore! Motherfucker actually added a lore to a Roblox tower defense game. Like, why the f would this Lord EXO from Fortnite would create dimension for this game? How the f the children of EXO is related to him? I don't know. Because I don't care. Anyways, enough said. The gameplay is pretty similar to almost all tower defense game out there. Step 1, place your towers. Step 2, watch as your enemy get killed. Step 3, dopamine release. And it's our mission to protect the base from what's ever coming in our way. And if our base got destroyed, something bad happened. I don't know what the f happened, but it's kinda bad. At least that's what I'm assuming. The game will give you a set with a maximum of 5 towers only, and your job is pretty straightforward. Survive the game using the loadout that you choose. The more waves you've gone through, the harder it gets. The enemies will go from to kind of overpowered. They stun towers, and they create a lot of pain in the ass. But that doesn't matter, since we got financial support from the government, we can use them to build our defenses and make it stronger. Upon reaching the final wave, the big boy of the enemies get pissed and decide to take things into their own hands. They can do a lot of shit, like stunning towers, spawning enemies, buff their alliances. Motherfucker actually has a rage mode and calls in a meteor shower to demolish the battlefield. But in the end, we're still the main character and we got protected by plot armor and skill. After we beat the living shit out of the boss, we get a reward, and that's pretty much it. You can use those rewards to unlock more towers and more goofy things that appears in the shop. And that's basically TDS gameplay in a nutshell for you. Casual mode is just your ordinary tower defense simulator gameplay. You join a match and then pick one out of the 5 modes ranging from easy mode to fallen mode and try to win the game. Nothing special about this one. Special modes is for the players that want to kick their game up a notch. Beating the game throughout different variations depending on the modes, and then you'll get different rewards. Different rewards will give you different access to some stuff in the shop. And then there's the hardcore mode. If TDS fallen mode is kinda hard, then TDS hardcore is on another level. But in return, you will get a different reward in which you will gain gem, and these gems can be used to buy overpowered towers like brawler or engineer. And finally, there's the sandbox mode. I'm just gonna let this one short in my channel will do the work. Apart from that, there are challenges, which upon beating it will give you better rewards than those in your average TDS gameplay. For the most of the game modes, you will be playing it in either solo, duo, trio, or a squad of 4. But since there's a lot of video on how to beat these TDS gameplays, they will be usually using solo mode. Squad is like a temporary decision for those who want to beat the event or whatsoever. Trust me. There is a variety of enemies in TDS, just enough to hit the maximum diversity. We got zombies, those that doesn't skip leg day, fat f***, stealth ninjas, RNGesus, bigger fat f***, those who succumb to TikTok's brain rot, zombies that summon zombies, Warden from Minecraft, zombies with wings, zombies that explodes, and I'm too tired to say all the enemies in this game. The devs eventually too tired to create more zombies, so they created modifiers. There's some interesting one like aggros, focus all towers onto yourself. Tank, basically turning the damage into one when got hit, and the rest is kinda self-explanatory. I swear to God, there will be that one fat that's abnormally fast and has high HP, also hit it and grab a gun. This guy is on another universe. Well, apart from the mentioned enemy, there's also the Unlike your usual enemies, these guys will actually fight back. They will beat the living out of your towers. Apart from being a casual zombie boss, this guy doesn't have any unique abilities. He only beats rocks, summon enemies, and just stomp on the ground like a raging gamer. Basically Frankenstein, but he served for the military healthcare service because he faked his medical license. Just like the Gravedigger, his abilities are kinda shit. His abilities mainly involve in buffing the enemies and nerfing your towers. He throws potions that heal enemies over time, but only for a short period of time, so basically it will be depleted by the time he just went to the potion puddle. Also, he produced methanes that somehow nerfing the tower's fire rate. He also got a gamer move by jumping into the air and Falcon punch the ground so hard that it creates a shockwave that stuns the towers. He also got a rage mode, but sadly it only applied to the intermediate mode, so that sucks to suck. Big boy on lava, that's all I can say. He is that one motherfucker that believes that by walking slowly and dramatically, you can scare your opponents and make them f*** off. You're not that guy, my bro. Trust me. Also, how the f*** is your armor so unlogically durable to your f***ing lava skin? For his abilities, he got a stomping tantrum. It stuns tower. Giant magma orb, it stuns tower. Meteor shower, it stuns tower and somehow didn't let them on fire. On god, these towers built different, unlike the TDX one, but whatever. By the time this guy reaches rage mode, he'll scream on top of his fucking lungs, stun your tower more, and cause a more meteor shower to turn this place into a whole crisp. To be honest, if you're actually pro at the game, this guy won't be much of a threat for you. He's just basically a big loot bag. He's a big black king with his big black sword and shield leading his region of big black men to invade who knows where. Apparently he only have a summoning move and a triple sword slash. But unlike other bosses, this guy's actually got a brain. He knows how to stun abuse. Also, I bet this guy got a lot of beef with his PE teacher because his walk speed is so f***ing slow to the point that even my grandma could win him on an average jogging session. If you guys think that there's no such thing could be slower than the fallen king himself, well, you're wrong. This motherfucker is so slow to the point that a snail could beat him. But a wise man once said, if you lose something, you win some. He got a ton of health, he got quite a decent amount of abilities. He's basically a stat stick. Bro also got 3 phases. His main phases is just your casual TDS boss. And then there's the second phase, which he will use the sword to your base and stun all your towers. Also, motherfucker screams so much that he eventually got faster. And then there's the final phase, is when he collected just enough amount of brain cells to think that,
oh shit, I'm low on health. Maybe I just run into the base instead of like casually walking to it.
As for which tower the boss choose to stun. Most of the bosses just choose the closest tower to it. So yeah, basically you can make your boss attacks just like how you did it in Arc Knight to save your more valuable towers. Just like the enemies, the amount of towers there is in TDS is so many that it could even outmatch the maximum diversity. They come with different flavors. Some focuses on primary targets, some specialize in crowd controls, and some are pretty interesting. So here's the list of all the towers in the game, and if the devs created more towers in the future updates, then just go on wiki. Scout, your basic starter tower. Sniper, your basic starter tower but on clips. Paintballer, that one motherfucker that somehow defies logic and shoot paintballs that somehow deals damage to lead instead of bullets. Demo Man, basically Demo Man from TF2, but he is kinda average. Soldier, solid early game tower if you don't have militant. Shoots and burst. Hunter, basically sniper but ground type. Militant, your ordinary military force with a basic rifle. Medic, TF2 medic but is a woman. Freezer, your average Canadian. Farm, a simple yet effective tower. Gives cash at the start of every wave and still useful later on. Shotgunner, basically what happened if you give a blind man a shotgun. Rocketeer, basically giving enemies World War I flashbacks. Trapper, gives enemy a taste of how it feels like to step on Legos. Ace Pilot, a random dude who got a pilot license for committing fraud. I don't know why, but this dumbass only patrols that one specific area instead of, the entire map. Pyromancer, committing arson 101. Military base, happy car accidents. Crook boss, level 1 crook to level 100 boss tower. Electroshocker, Pikachu use Thunderbolt. Commander, despite having tips, this guy got a pretty good fire rate buff. He can summon units as well. Warden, the security guard from Five Nights at Freddy's. DJ Booth, who said I couldn't play Daft Punk during a war? Minigunner, he's a simple man that wields a minigun. Ranger, basically a better sniper in every single way, except for hidden detection. Pursuit, basically ace pilot if it has a brain. Also, the tower got 2 upgrade path, TDX moment. Turret, basically a big stat stick, but it sacrifices both your kidneys. Mortar, basically Anyways, mercenary base, basically tower battles barrack. Gatling gun.
紫
Brawler. Accelerator. Laser go BRRR. Engineer. TF2 engineer, but it's a woman and she spawns turrets. A lot of them. Cowboy. When farms goes offensive. And no, I'm not gonna list out all the event towers and golden towers out there because I'm lazy. So yeah, that's all the towers in TDS. Clearly, the dev sees that the game is too repetitive and boring, so they created more stuffs to make the game more special. We got the skins. There are 2 types of skins in this game, the one that is useless and the other is not. The casual skins will only serve for cosmetic purposes only, while the other one, the golden one, will actually give buffs to your towers, and apparently there are 6 of them. You can gain access to it by buying golden crate, which costs a whopping 50k. Oh hell no, I ain't doing that grind. The dev really said, oh yes, this game is free to play, but that doesn't mean it's not pay to win. Apart from the golden skins, the devs added some more shits like consumable crates, which upon opening them will give you loots, and you can use these loots to aid you in your game. After that, there are emotes, which you can use to teabag on bosses when they die. And then we got the Game Pass, which will let you skip the painful grind while the game milk your wallet out, like Engineer. Holy shit. Gatling gun. How much is that? And then sandbox mode. 5,600 Robux? Oh hell. There are also other mechanics like lobby elevators, matchmaking, level requirements, extra cash bonus, and so on. Well, apparently I don't care about that. I'm just the guy who kills enemies for and giggles. You will ram into a lot of different players when you play this wonderful game. First, we got the newbies. They considered the menace of the society. Well, why do I say so? Because they'll eventually sneak up onto your elevator when you want to play solo and start do random shit like spamming scout everywhere.
Kill yourself.
Then we got the trollers. They got the same concept as newbies, but the levels are quite varied. Every now and then you will see cosplayers, which they will disguise themselves as one of the towers in the game. And then we got the chat fillers. Yeah, you know exactly what they do. And then we got the true chats. They're the veterans in this game. They're well experienced, and they created a lot of strats to help people out. Thank you for your contribution. And then we got the no life, which they are level 1000 players or above. I swear to God, they never touch grass in their life. And finally, there's the boys. They got strats. Each of them has their own loadout of choice and their role to play, and they have the same mindset as ours: destroy enemies. There are no end games to tower defense game. As we all know, all these games are all grind, no gameplay. By the time that you reach this stage, you got almost everything. You got towers, skins, cosmetic, random bullshit that you could see, and event towers and mission quests or whatsoever. You mastered this game so much to the point that you feel bored and eventually dips out until there's a new event or a new rework or whatsoever. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. And before I dip out for like 8 days, press like, subscribe, and comment T in the chat, and then goodbye.